So guys, let's start now. So first and foremost thing, when we are discussing about this particular subject about strategic management, we need to understand what do you mean by strategy in general terms. Okay. As you know that when we discuss about the strategy in a very, very simple language, if we can understand that, strategy is somehow a very basic plan or an action to achieve something. Okay, it means that, for example, we know that the companies, those who are, or the corporates, those who are working in the market, they always have a particular vision and mission in order to get succeed, in order to, you could say, define their purpose in the market. And as we know that, defining the plan, defining the strategy is always an exciting and the challenging task for the company. And all these strategies, when we have, these are basically somehow associated with the future direction of the company as well. Because whatever strategy, for example, if I'm talking about a particular organization and they have a certain plan for their marketing tactics, for their financial investments, for their recruitments, okay, for their production techniques, new product development, anything if we talk about, each and every plan will turn into action and go to the implementation and the customer feedback. You always need to keep in mind that how this process gonna to execute. This is basically what we can term in the front of strategy is all about. Strategy, or it's a role or importance of strategy in any organization. It is somehow basically associated with people, their finances, their methods, and the environment which they are working. Because as per the different environments, definitely strategies are varies from company to company, customer to customer, product to product, market to market, country to country. According to that, you need to include all those important aspects to be considered. Now, there are basically two important processes we are talking right now. The one is called the prospective process and second is called the emergent process. Okay. Now, when I'm just talking about the prospective process, what is prospective process first of all? What is prospective process and what is emergent process? Any idea to anyone? Anyone? What do you mean by perspective? And second is called emergent. Prescriptive and emergent. Anyone who want to share their thoughts on this? Because it always play a very, very crucial role when it's come to defining the route and the path of the company. Prescriptive and emergent. No idea? Yes, it's suggestion. Yes, very good, Chandrima. Very good point. Because prescriptive is basically more associated with your suggestions, your point of view. And definitely, as we know that whenever you're running in the company, whenever the top management of the organization, they always need to define their path, define their route. Okay. And defining the route, defining the path, giving them direction, basically is more associated with the perspective. And yes, I think Monica has said something. Yes, definitely. Scope of vision, a model how to do that, and encompasses traditional strategic plan which establishes important forward-thinking goals and action, understanding emergent strategies, inform organization of their companies, competitors, existing strategies, assessing their future action and the reaction. Yeah, Monica, I think this is more like a bookish language definition, but in a simple language, if we need to understand the perspective and the emergent process, we have to keep in mind that perspective is basically more about your point of view, your vision, your setting the standard in the company. And emergent, which is basically more dynamic in nature, you always need to keep in mind what exactly being thrown on you being a competitor, how you can make them unstable into the market. So all those emergent process where you are pulling your socks, where you are ready to face your competition, this is basically the important perspective of the strategies we are talking right now. Okay. Now, when I'm just talking about the next important part, the features of any strategy, because as we know that as per the hierarchy of the organization, we have a different level in the company. Now, these different levels having their different roles and responsibility. Usually, strategies are, we cannot say strategies are always you could say designed by the top management. But somehow, when we define about the company's policies, company's vision, company's mission, company's culture, company's flows, whatever it could be, in such a regards, the top management is the only one who is deciding, who is defining the system, who is defining the core, who is defining the process of any organization. In this regards, the first and foremost thing that whenever we talk about defining the strategy of a company for the long period of time, top management is always responsible in order to assess that. Okay. Now, when we discuss about the particular allocation of large amount of resources, as we know that whenever the company is coming up with any new product, company is coming up with new strategies, company is going for rebranding as well. Okay. In such regards, the company always need to keep in mind that, and whenever they need to take any decision, whether they need to launch a new product, whenever they come to rebrand themselves, whenever they have to expand the organization, contract the organization, diversification of the organization, in all such regard, the companies always need to understand that any decision in the company is always backed up by some huge level of investment or huge quantum of investment possible. And as we know that whenever we invest something, it is irreversible in nature as well. So we need to be very cautious whenever we are taking any decisions. Impact on long-term prosperity of the firm. Prosperity means the continuation of the firm. Okay, because one single mistake will definitely turn down your fortune, turn down your destiny. The important thing is that you always need to be very proactive, very, you could say, true to the changes in the market, and you, whatever decision you are going to incorporate, it must have a very, very long impact on the company's future and company's sales or company revenues as well. Strategies are always future oriented, because whenever we are going for strategy formulation, definitely we'll discuss later on about the process as well. Strategies are always future oriented, because whenever we are planning something, whenever we are associating something with the purpose, with the actions, you have to keep in mind that these all are the planning in advance for the future course of action, keeping in consideration the environmental analysis. Clear, guys? Next one, we have multifunctional, multi-business consequences. Multifunctional means the company dealing in multiple department, or multifunctional or multi-business. Means whenever the company is not dealing in single sector, like Reliance, a company is only dealing in single sector, Byju's. Okay, so important thing is that whether they are dealing in multi-business or multifunction, each and every company having their own way how they can actually expand, how they can actually diversify in the future as well. And the last but not the least, consideration of factor in the external environment. Okay, it is very, very important that what particular factor, because we talk about pest analysis. Okay, so whenever we talk about pest analysis, these pest analysis basically are more associated with the analysis of the external environment from the perspective of planning, political, economical, ecological, social, technical. These are the basic domain, basic area where the companies are basically always going ahead with the external environment consideration and keeping in consideration all those factors which might affect the company's future as well. Like a very, very basic example of Tata Nano, how the company, how the, you could say, strategy of the company got failed because people not at all like that particular product in the market. Okay, this is a very basic example. Any other example, please, where the company got failed as they couldn't analyze the external market? Any other example, guys, where the company fails? Nokia, yes, Nokia is one of the example. Kodak, yes, very good. What else? Motorola, yeah, we can say Motorola is one of the example. Docomo, BlackBerry, yes. And Chevrolet, yes, very, very good. And fine, Ford Motors, Toys R in US, eBay, yes, eBay is also there. Good examples. Let's move to the next slide then, guys. I'm just showing you one of the example of the strategy or building block of Jio, how they started in India. Okay, and you can see that nowadays they are giving like competition like anything to Airtel and the other, you could say, telecommunication brand. And this is like a monopoly nowadays in the market, because in India, if you talk about, there are hardly, you could say, 3 or 4 suppliers are available. You would talk about Airtel, Jio, Vodafone Idea. Who is the fourth one? Nothing, I think. Because in longer, most, you could say, brand. BSNL is always like, we can say that now it's in the downfall of the BSNL. Actually, we can say that. Okay, so these are the basically strategies that the company is opting it out. And now, if you want to access the fiber net services in India, you can see that how the monopoly has been created by Jio and the Airtel in terms of providing the fiber services or fiber net services in Indian market. So my point is that this example which I quoted over here about the building blocks of Jio, how they started, how they actually capture the customer base by providing the free internet for 1 year, and then they create a customer base, they inculcate the habit of using it, and now you can see that recently, yesterday itself, I think, not yesterday, day for yesterday, I think they have increased their rate by 21%. These are strategies actually. These are the strategies actually. Offer for free first and then start charging, I think so. Same with fiber, I think it happened. The Jio Fiber. They have initially giving their you could say account accesses only hardly. I think I didn't remember the amount as well. But now they are like giving that amount by 1500 bucks per month, and all you need to pay for that. Okay, these are basically the different strategies which the company is opting out. Airtel Black, the recent example, the strategy. Because Airtel is going for rebranding and reshaping their image in the market because of the intense competition from the Jio. I hope so, guys, my examples are clear. Sure, thank you so much. Let's move to the next slide. Very, very important thing. Because now you can see that this very, very important definition we need to understand about the strategy and the tactics. Okay. So first of all, strategy is basically the overall goal of the company, vision, mission, the basic purpose behind establishing the company. That is called strategic goal. Now, tactics are basically the short-term plan. Short-term, you could say a ladder. Short-term, you could say step-by-step process through which you would be able to achieve that ultimate target or ultimate goal for which the company has established. Now, this strategy, in order to achieve that strategic goal, you can see on my screen as well. In order to achieve that strategic goal, important thing is that you need to go step by step. You cannot take a shortcut and achieve the company's success in the short run. Short run success are always become the failure in the future. You cannot opt for shortcuts at all. The important thing is that if the strategy and tactics are having, you could say, a very, very basic difference in terms of strategy is basically more associated with the ultimate or penultimate, you could say, target which the company do have. Along with that, it is very, very, very important to consider that in order to achieve that strategy, you must have the short-term tactics to achieve. Like I've given the example of Jio as well. Any example in your mind, I think so. How the company got established in the market and how they are actually like now they're flourishing like anything. We can take the example of Byju's. Like how they started from a very basic point. They collaborated with Akash Institute as well. Okay. And now you can see the scenario, how they are actually leading the market. Amazon, yes, Sean, good examples. Good examples, yes. What else? Because see guys, we need to give the example of this strategic and the tactics. Okay. Indigo. Okay. Anyone who can explain that? I think Oyo Group of Hotel, very good example. I think Pradeep, very good example. Indigo definitely could be one of the example. If you can just summarize exactly how it is. Virgin Media at Amazon Prime membership. Yes, gone. Good. Company coupon. Okay. Anyone who can elaborate your example? I think first of all. Anyone who can elaborate? Netflix can be one of the example. Entry of Netflix in Indian market. The strategic goal was just to capture the market and take the market share from Amazon, Disney, MX Player. A lot of things are there. Okay. When we talk about this Facebook, WhatsApp, how the particular you could say Facebook has actually take over all the different key premium platforms. Hotstar, okay, good. I think yes. Definitely, Sean. Very good point. I think so. You have included. Netflix, yes, definitely. Spotify, yes, very good example. Dikshita, very good example. Spotify. Okay, guys, good. I think understood everyone. The tactics and the strategy. First of all.